and I know you guys have been disappointed because I haven't been able to upload many battles lately, but really I've been preparing for the big trip that's going to be going on in Indianapolis in about like 10 days, so I'm sorry for that, but this was a really good battle here that I had against Dragonboy52 on PO, and basically here's how this battle started. I mean, he was testing Tentacool for an analysis, and I was just bored, so we decided to have a little cup battle, and basically we had a battle, and this is when it ensued. It was a really great battle, so hope you guys enjoy. Now he's going to lead off with main few as I lead off with his Krogunk, and this is a great advantage for me because he cannot do anything to me other than use knockoff, but that's fine for me because I could Drain Punch, and basically I could just sit in here and not fear anything he has to do. So he goes for the U-turn, and he's going to U-turn out into his Hippo, and I will not try to pronounce that because I know I'll mess it up epically, but he gets a crit on the Drain Punch, so I retaliate with a crit on the, oh, never mind. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into Bronzor, because Bronzor can take just about anything that Hippo will do, and he decides to just get us some Stealth Rocks, which is fine by me. I really don't care at this point. Predicting a switch, I went for the Toxic, but he just stays in the Slacks off, which is fine, because, you know, it's still poison, so it's not like I lose anything. So he's going to switch out now, going to Tentacool. So I go into Dwebble, and this is going to be great, because now I can set up my hazards, and I have the Earthquake, so I don't fear anything he has to do. So I go for the Earthquake here, as he goes for the Skull, and thanks to the Sand Boost, the Skull will not KO me, and I just get the HP back, so that's going to make him utterly useless. So now he's going to switch back into Mienfoo, and I'm going to go for another Earthquake, and which is fine by me, because again, Mienfoo, Drubble has great defenses, so it won't be like he'll be able to do anything much to me anyway. So he goes for the Drain Punch, and as you see there, it does a lot, but it does not KO me, which is great, because now I can get up an extra layer of spikes as well. This is going to be really helpful later on in the battle. So he just takes me out here with the second Drain Punch, and I was okay with that. I was perfectly fine, as I could go back into Krogunk, which again does not fear anything that he could do to me, and all he could do is just U-turn out. So while Regenerate will be annoying, but I'll be fine in the meantime. So he goes into Tentacool now, and I just KO that with Drain Punch. So that means that hazards will stay on my side of the field, which is perfect because I would much rather keep the hazards up. So every time he switches into something, he'd be in trouble. So he goes into Drillbur now, and this is really a big threat. So I have to go into Bronzor, because this is really the only thing I have to really check this. So he goes for Earthquake here, and of course I'm levitating, so that won't work. But he decides to just Swords Dance now, and I have the HP. I do have the Hidden Power Ice, so that's going to be great for me to deal with this. But as you see there, it does nothing. So I go for another Hidden Power Ice, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-shot. Now, predicting him to go for another Swords Dance, I went for the Toxic here this turn. But really, I probably was better judgment if I just went for the Empire Ice, but you know, it was a mistake. And it doesn't end up mattering in the long run because I'll deal with my Bronzor. I go back into Krogunk this turn, and I do go for the Vacuum Wave because I was predicting him to predict me to go for Sucker Punch, so I go for the Vacuum Wave instead. Because, I don't want him to get another Swords Dance, but whatever, it didn't really matter. So he goes back into Hippo, and I just lost my best Hippo counter in Bronzor because it's immune to Toxic, so I'm going to get poisoned here, and I cannot do anything because he's poisoned. I can't Will-O-Wisp it, but he can't really touch me either, so it's really a situation for me. He's going to go back into Chinchou now, and that's going to work out great for me because I could just go for the Icy Wind. And this would have been useful because I think I never figured out what item this was, but I had a good feeling that this was a Choice Scarf Chinchou, but I did not know the entire about. So hopefully he gets to watch this and he can tell me what item it is, but I had a good feeling it was Choice Scarf because of that Volt Switch. But he's going to Volt Switch now, back into Mienfoo, and I still have my Krogunk alive, and that's going to be really helpful, as again, I kind of want this thing dead. It's really annoying. So anyway, he's going to go for the knockoff here, and that's going to work out great for me as I already have my item knocked off, so really useless damage there. It's useless. And he's just going to go for a high jump kick, and as you see there, it does a lot. But thankfully, it does not KO, so I'm able to get off this Drain Punch. But sadly, Drain Punch only does a mediocre 28%. I was really hoping it would do more than that. So I go for the Vacuum Wave, and Vacuum Wave does not do enough, at least with 1%. Which would have been nice to have this alive, but it does not, and he just KOs me with a Drain Punch. So I go back into Shoulder now, and I just go for the Ice Shard. No, not the Ice Shard, the Icicle Spear. Oops, sorry to get something away. So I go for the Icicle Spear just to take it out. And he does not know that this is a Choice Scarf Shelter, but he goes into Chinchou now, and again, I cannot stay in here, so I'm going to have to switch back out into my Munchlax, which is the special wall for the team. And he's just, again, going to Volt Switch out, and I already pretty knew he was going to go, what's it called, for Volt Switch, but nothing I could have really done. I mean, I guess I could have went to Mischievous too, but, I wanted that at full HP. So he goes for the Shell Smash now. And this is not going to be good because now this thing just turns into a deadly sweeper, and I'm like, okay, Body Slam, please get a paralysis. That's what I was praying for, just paralyze this thing, but I do not get it. I mean, like, it's like the same chance of getting a Skull Burn, but I do not get it at all. So he goes for another one. I go for another Body Slam, and same result. I mean, I do not get the paralysis. I'm like, oh, what the fuck. So he's just going to take me out now with an Aqua Jet, and that's going to be the end of Munchlax. So now it's a 3-2 lead, and he's like going good game, but it's like, no, it's not over yet, because I'm going to go for this Ice Shard, and thanks to the -2 defense, it does KO. If he had -1, maybe he would have been alive, but since it's -2, I do get away with it, so I switch out now, and this is the moment that kind of screwed him. I mean, if he had went for either A, the Hydro Pump, or the Volt Switch, he may have been in good shape, but he goes for the Hidden Power. I do not know. I'm going to assume that's Hidden Power Fire. It may be Ice. I have no idea, but as you see there, it does not do enough. It will not do enough, so I'm able to take him out here with the Shadow Ball. If he had went for the Hydro Pump or the Volt Switch, he might have had this battle. But as it stands, it ends up going to be 1-1. His last Pokemon is a Hippo, and my last Pokemon is a Shoulder, so that's going to be a good game, as I'm just going to take him out here with the Icicle Spears, and that's going to be the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It's really an original, nice little cup battle here that you guys had. Good game, Dragonboy52, and I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. See you guys later. Peace.